Hi, I'm Kathleen Connors-Brady, and this is my biology lesson on parts of the microscope from Module 2.3. So I have invited Scissors to join me at the lesson today. Thank you for coming to the lesson, Scissors. I've noticed you've really been enjoying your biology work, and I want to take those specimens that you've been examining to the next level by starting to examine them under the microscope. Are you into that? I had a feeling you would be. Yes, this is a very cool tool to be able to use. So this is the microscope we have in our classroom, which is really cool. And once you understand what all these parts are, it becomes very easy to use. So let's just start right here at the top. This is our eyepiece. And this is what we're looking through when we are trying to look at a slide. Moving down, we get to this very important part of the microscope. And this place where we are actually resting our slides or our specimens as we're examining them, we call this the stage. On the stage, you see these really cool silver things. These are the clips, and they hold the slide in place. So as you're adjusting things on the microscope, the slide isn't sliding around and coming out of focus. We call those the clips, because they clip the slide down. And then when you get down here to the bottom, you're at the base. And this is what anchors the microscope. You know, holds it to the ground and gives it some weight so that it's not flimsy or floppy. Then we have the lens. And this is the part of the microscope that's really doing a lot of work for us. It is magnifying our specimen and helping us to see it clearly. So that part that really helps us to examine the slide, we call that the lens, and that is right here. Sometimes the lens is in a different spot on different microscopes. That's where it is for our microscope. Then we get to this part at the bottom. This is called an illuminator. What it does is help to illuminate the slide, bring light from underneath so that you're able to see your slide or your specimen more clearly. Some microscopes use a light for the illuminator. Ours uses a mirror because it's catching the natural light and reflecting it up to illuminate the slide. So our illuminator is a mirror, but anything that's shining light to illuminate the slide will be an illuminator. Then up here, you have to select your magnification power. That's what this is called, this part of the microscope. You can magnify things up to 200 times its regular size, which is really amazing. And you can start off low at just 50 times its size. And that's the range of magnification that you can utilize with this microscope. And then lastly, we have our focus, and that we use these knobs for. What these knobs do is adjust the location of our stage ever so slightly or very dramatically, if that's what you need, and that brings our specimen into focus. So that's very important too. And you can adjust your focus using either of these knobs or using these knobs together because they work together. They're doing the same job. So that is our focus. So those are the parts of our microscope here in the classroom, and this is what you're going to be using to examine your specimens and your slides, which is very exciting. I put the labels on this awesome model that is very close to the model of a microscope that we have so that you could see the parts in the correct place. Oh, good, you liked this lesson? You're excited to use the microscope? I'm excited for you to use the microscope also. Before we examine our first slide, just to do a little follow-up to this lesson, would you mind labeling this one yourself? It has all of our parts listed right here. You just have to identify and record which numbers or which letters correspond to those parts. Would you like to do that? Oh, that's so great. I thought that you would. So let me know when you're finished that, and we'll move on to finding some slides and specimens. Okay, thank you for joining me at lesson today. And that's parts of a microscope, keeping it simple.